What's up, guys? Today we're gonna break down 3 approaches in this video titled I tried to cold approach 100 girls without any experience. Introvert versus girls.
But what you guys are failing to understand is how ass this situation actually is for me right now, especially as an introvert. Because right now I'm supposed to go up and talk to girls when frankly, I do not know how to talk to girls. And then I got Colby's creepy ass holding this camera/sniper rifle while I'm trying to talk to these chicks, and it just stresses me out even more. But yeah, here we are, we're at the mall again. But instead, this time, instead of just approaching one girl, I will be approaching as many as I can. As much as I do not want to do this, you sick bastards, you earned it. So, without further ado, cold approaching part 2. Hey, could you help me with something?
Sure, yeah.
I'm just looking for your number.
My number?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Why do I look old?
No, I'm
Don't
just
I get
making
creeper?
sure you're old enough.
Old enough?
Yeah.
You're not older than me.
How old are you?
Old as you want me to be.
I totally understand her reaction. I think her reaction would be, you know, sometimes you see some reactions that are like off the charts, but I think that if he would have approached with this kind of tactic, that it just like not a turn off, but it's like, okay, oh my gosh, another line. But he was playful there at the end. I like that he kind of saved it. He was like, okay, yeah, I kind of used the line, but like his personality is shown. So I love the end part of that.
Okay, that line, I'm as old as you want me to be, is just totally cringe. Like, what does that even mean? That doesn't even make sense. And that's like, I'll do anything for you type energy, which is very repulsive.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Why, you thought I looked young? I don't know if that's a compliment or what, but how old are you?
I'm 22.
22? We could work with that. It's only a year apart. I'm almost 24, but it's not a deal breaker, right?
Okay.
See, this would have been a really good opportunity for him to be playful back instead of like, we can work with that. Because he's showing that he has the potential to be playful with how he's reacting in the beginning. But then when she gave him the age, he could have totally taken it to a playful direction.
Basically, he's putting her as higher up than him, like her being the chooser and he's the one like trying to attract her. Instead, what he could have done is come from more of a frame of, ooh, I'm not sure about you, like how old are you? Ooh, that's too old for me, or that's too young for me, but okay, I'll give you a chance.
I have a great birthday. Are you ready to be impressed by this?
Yeah.
January 1st, 2000.
Yeah.
Say that again in case you missed it, but that's a pretty cool birthday. Yeah. When's your birthday?
Great birthday. May 9th.
May 9th. When's Cinco de Mayo? 7th?
Okay, so I like this part again. This guy's being bold and he's taking risks, and that always scores so many points. But what I'm loving that he's doing right here is he's doing first thought, best thought, meaning that he's minimizing the filter of what he's thinking and feeling, and he's actually saying it, right? So I like that he was like that little very cute, arrogant in a good way about, you know, my birthday is January 1st. That was cute, that showed personality. And then she said May 9th, and he's literally not knowing if that's Cinco de Mayo, which is very cute, right? Some guys would want to pretend like, oh no, I know when that date is, but it's very endearing of how vulnerable he's being, and he's just being straight up.
Yeah, and he's not talking about anything interesting. I mean, he's talking about birth dates. You know, it's not that interesting, but he is making it playful.
Totally.
Yeah, he's making it work, and his like tonality, his demeanor, it's starting to get more and more confident as the interaction goes.
When's Cinco de Mayo? 7th?
The 5th?
The 5th?
The name.
That's what I meant.
Cinco de Mayo is the name.
Oh, Cinco means 5.
Yeah.
You know, this conversation is not going great for me right now.
I'll still give you my number.
That was pretty good. That he called it out and he just said, you know, this conversation is not going good. That was good. That was honest, and he was being vulnerable. Yeah, kudos to that.
Yep, acknowledge reality.
I didn't know Cinco meant 5 in Spanish.
Okay, I'll teach
Like that
you.
doesn't tell you my IQ is not very high.
I'll teach you.
What's your name?
Mel.
Mel?
Yeah.
I'm Dylan.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's about to say in this moment, but I love what he's doing where she just gave him permission, or not permission, but she just gave him basically the signal, like, okay, you know, I'm feeling you, I'm going to give you my number. But a lot of guys, the second that they feel that they got that permission or that they got that approval, they would just take the number and run. And he has the confidence and the willingness to kind of stay in the conversation, which is showing her that he's interested in connecting way beyond just scoring a number and seeing that as a win and then just seeing it as like a task. So he's scoring so many points right now, at least with me.
What do you think about my riz? Like, was that opening line, like the pickup line, good or no?
No, I've definitely heard it before.
You've heard that before? People come in here?
Yeah.
You probably saw me sitting out there. I'm waiting for my friend. But I was like,
Oh.
I saw this girl in here and I gotta come up to her, man.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
There you are.
Mel.
See, and that's what he should have led with. What he just said right there, I was just waiting for my friend and I saw this girl. Like, that's what he should have opened with. Instead of using, that corny line, just be 100% honest. I was sitting over there. I saw you over here. I had to come over and meet you. I would kick myself if I didn't. Something like that. Whatever is his truth, that would have worked better.
That's an interesting name. Short for Melanie, I assume.
No.
It's just Mel.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom named me after Mel Gibson, actually.
Shut up. Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Have you seen The Patriot?
No. I don't think I've seen one Mel Gibson movie.
Okay.
Okay, I really like that. When he said shut up, he's so showing her that, look, I'm not trying to please you. Like, a guy who's in that needy, pleasing energy would definitely not tell a girl to shut up. So, and he said it in a context where he wasn't like literally telling her to shut up in a mean way. It was in a joking, playful way.
Okay, Braveheart and The
Okay,
Patriot.
I've seen that one.
Because you're American.
No.
I assume you've seen Braveheart.
When I was little. I haven't seen it recently.
That's a gruesome movie. You watched that when you were little?
Yeah.
Damn, you've seen some shit.
I've seen some shit for sure.
Okay, Mel.
Okay, it was
I'll
nice
talk to
meeting
you later. I'll text you, okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Who's the man? Who's the man?
I think he did a great job. This is such a good example because it shows you that you don't have to be perfect, right? It shows you that in the beginning, he was being kind of corny, using a canned line, wasn't being 100% authentic, but his personality, his perseverance, his playfulness totally made up for it. He acknowledged the reality when it wasn't going well. He had a little bit of self-deprecating humor in there. And he also stayed in that entire interaction way past getting the number or she telling him who's the number and continued creating a connection. And the other thing, and this is a huge point for our guys to know, is if you look back at this approach, they weren't even talking about anything that interesting because our guys racked their brains about what do I say? They literally talked about how his approach, his line was their birthdays and Cinco de Mayo and then after. Yeah. And it's a great approach. Really well done.
Intro, not very good, but yeah, I agree. He definitely made up for it with the rest of the interaction. So, I mean, sometimes, yeah, your intro can be crap, but if the rest of it, you stay in there, even if she's kind of like, what the heck, but you stay in there, like attraction for a girl goes up and down. There could be no attraction in the very beginning because your energy wasn't very good or whatever it is, but then you stay in, and as long as she sees that boldness, confidence, and playfulness, the attraction can definitely go up. As you can see that it did. In fact, she asked for his number, so definitely a clear sign of interest.
What's up? Thought I'd see what you guys had going on in here.
Yes, we're just
You selling these cowboy boots?
selling some boots, yeah.
Huh. Do you think chicks would like be into me if I bought one of these?
Sure. Oh, men's is right over here.
Oh, okay. Also looking at these. I don't want to wear these. See, I haven't had much luck with women, but I feel like the cowboy persona's really in. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm like
Like the
aesthetic?
Yeah.
The cowboy aesthetic.
Yeah.
But you gotta be a certain kind of person. You think I'm like attractive enough to pull that off?
What do you think, Lynn?
I like this way better than the first approach. I didn't really quite catch whatever he said, but whatever it was, I could tell that it was in the context of the situation and whatever it is that they're selling or trying on boots. And then I love the part where he's like, not very good with women, but at least I can feel good or confident or know that I look good in these shoes. So he's really good at being present. He's really good at acknowledging the reality in the situation, and he takes advantage of owning the feeling in the situation, as you can see here.
Yeah, like everything he's saying is not very good. Like telling a girl I'm bad with women is not a great thing to say, but because of his vibe, his energy, he's just owning it. He's not saying it in a supplicating way. He's saying it in a grounded, even confident way. It actually works. I mean, I think she's enjoying it. It's pretty clear.
You think I'm like
Like the
the aesthetic?
Yeah.
The cowboy aesthetic.
Yeah.
But you gotta be a certain kind of person. You think I'm like attractive enough to pull that off?
You could wear a cowboy boot.
Yeah?
You could.
You think I could pull it off?
Yeah, you could. This one's the best.
Is that a...
He's doing a couple of things well. What I don't like is that he's really kind of like seeking her approval. He's saying it in a confident way, but like still what he's saying is like, do you think I'm good looking enough? I don't really like that. And I don't like also that he's just still asking about the cowboy boots. I mean, he's clearly attracted to her and he clearly likes her, but he's not telling her that. It's still the context of him being a customer. Ideally, he gets out of that frame where he's the customer a lot sooner, a lot quicker, so that she sees him as someone potentially that she could date.
Is that a... They skinned a snake to make this boot right here. Damn.
They did, yes.
I feel like a confident man in these.
As you should.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a cowboy. I just saw you in here and I thought you were attractive. I wanted to come in here and
What's your name?
say hello. I'm Dylan.
Nice to meet you. I'm Atlee.
Allie?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, that was really good. He finally cut to the chase and showed his intentions. And I kind of take back what I just said because he just kind of like built it up the whole time that he's just interested in these shoes. And then he actually comes clean and is like, you know, it's not about the shoes. It's about you.
Could have cut that in half, though. I think he was leading on too much about the shoes.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you from here?
I'm from. So yeah, Utah.
I'm not that familiar with Utah. I just
Hey,
moved
where
here.
are you from?
Provo?
You just moved.
Yeah, I just moved to Provo,
Oh, you just moved.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, where are you from originally?
Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But like you said one more time. How far is that?
From here, it's like 30 minutes.
North or south?
West.
None of the
So
above.
from Provo, it's like an hour.
Probably like an hour. Damn.
So
That would be like
why'd
some-
you move to Provo?
What he did right here that I'm really liking is that he admitted when he didn't know something. So sometimes we see when guys are doing an approach or even on a date or an interaction with a woman and they're feeling like they're doing a performance or trying to impress her, they won't admit when she says something that they don't know. They'll just pretend like they know it and then they'll move forward. But if you think of the super confident people, they'll stop someone mid-sentence and be like, I'm sorry, I don't know what that term is, or I don't know where that XYZ is. And that's what he did here with her. He's doing a really good job being present with her.
Yeah, he does a really good job of not trying to impress, which, as you can see, like the women are impressed by that. He's not being overly try-hard. I mean, he even just admitted that he lived with his parents recently. You know, there's nothing impressive about that, but he owned it. Like he didn't apologize for it or anything. He just owned it.
Got a lot of friends up there.
Yeah,
Good.
my best friend lives in Eagle Mountain, which is like 15
I was just in Eagle Mountain the other night, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's more like suburbs, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my best friend just lives with her dad up there, so I'm up there all the time.
So you're saying there's a chance. That's basically like what you're saying,
We
right?
can all hang out, yes.
It could be like some Romeo and Juliet type action. Like we probably not see each other a lot, but when we do,
He definitely scores points in my book for using a Dumb and Dumber line.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
it would be
Probably
great.
we wouldn't see each other a lot.
I could try to be a cowboy too, if that's like what you're into.
That is no, I'm just kidding.
Okay, hey, can I get your number?
Yeah, sure.
It's a unique name.
Usually the line, can I get your number, is not a good line because just phrasing it as a question presupposes you don't know if she's attracted to you or not, right? Can I get your number? It's like, I don't know if you like me, but the way he said it with such certainty, it didn't even matter that he said it as a question. Typically though, guys, you want to say it as a statement, like, you seem cool, let me get your number. Or you seem cool, we got to keep in touch, give me your number.
Nails are getting in the way, those
they are.
acrylics, man.
Okay, there you go.
That better be a real number. No, I'm just kidding. All right, see you, Allie.
Just start getting to
Okay, see ya.
That was really good. I don't know if they're filming it in the same order that he's going and approaching, but I think this one was better than the one before it. So he's obviously learning from every interaction. And as every guy that has done cold approaches will tell you, it is a question of putting yourself out there and getting used to talking to new people and the repetition part of it. So fantastic job of him taking in everything and being in the moment and just continuing to get better.
I was wondering if I could just ask you a quick question.
Sure. I'll try and answer it.
You know where the best place in the mall is to pick up like chicks?
To pick up what?
Chicks.
Chicks?
Like hot chicks?
At the Apple store.
So he's right on track with that, with doing warm-ups, the positive energy, the like being in the moment and being present.
It's key. He's having a good time. So many guys, when we first mic up guys on our boot camps, we could hear them as they're like approaching or after approach. They're just like, oh crap, oh shoot, oh, and you could just tell they're so tense and so in their head. They're not enjoying it. It feels like work to them, or it feels really like the hardest thing in the world. Where the key is, you need to learn to love it, enjoy it, find the fun in it. You get to talk to cute girls and flirt with them. Like, how fun is that?
Hey, excuse me. I had to stop you real quick. Who are you on the phone with?
Oh, I was talking to a friend.
Are your boyfriend, right?
No.
Cool. I saw you leaving. I was like, I gotta hunt this girl down. Dude, I think you're super attractive.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kaya.
Kaya? I'm
Yeah.
Dylan.
It's nice to meet you.
That's a unique name.
How old are you?
I don't like that he approached from behind. It worked here, but generally speaking, that can freak girls out. Much better to get in front of them first instead of like yelling from behind.
He's learning, like this is the first approach I've seen him do where he's doing very directly, where he's saying it very directly, where he's saying, hey, no, I stopped you. I wanted to tell you that you're very attractive. And I like that line was cute too, by the way. That one about like, that's not your boyfriend you're talking to, is it?
The only thing I didn't like is he asked right away, who are you talking to? Which is a really weird question to ask a complete stranger. Like, hey, hold on. I know you're on the phone. Who are you talking to? I mean, imagine a stranger says that to you. You're like, why is it your business, right? She gave a good reaction, but I've seen lots of guys do this the wrong way, this way, and they don't get good reactions because it's much better to create the context first. Say, hey, I know you're on the phone. I know it's so rude to interrupt somebody, but I didn't even care because I had to hunt you down. I don't know about that word, hunt you down. He made it work though. Could come off creepy, so be careful with that. But I had to come over and meet you because you are absolutely stunning. Like if you say something like that, even if she's on the phone, then you could ask, like, who are you talking to? Is that your boyfriend? And then she'd be like, no, it's my mom. Okay, well, you got to hang up with your mom just for 2 minutes. She's going to understand. Don't worry. Right? So create the context first while you're there. Tell her that she's beautiful, right? That's usually the reason you're there because you're attracted to her. And then find out who she's on the phone with. Don't do it the opposite. It's just kind of weird.
It's a unique name.
How old are you?
Do I look old?
Older than me, yes.
I'm 23.
I'm 16.
Damn. Fuck. Catching a case, bro. Let's get out of here. You got to get out of here.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. You're going to approach women who might be a little bit young. And the key is that you're not doing anything wrong. You're just giving her a compliment, just making her day. When you find out she's underage, say, oh, well, anyways, have an amazing day. I don't really like that he just like ran out of it. It's like he was doing something wrong. No, you didn't try to kiss her. You didn't try to like take her into your white van. No, he just gave her a compliment. So what? He didn't know if she was under 18. You find out, you end it, but end it, have an awesome day. Like, oh, okay, you're a little too young for me. Have an awesome day. That's it. I'm glad that he included this one because so many guys are so terrified to approach. They're in their late 20s or early 30s or whatever. They want to approach a woman who's like in her 20s, and they see a woman, they're like, well, she could be 22 or she could be like 17. You can't tell sometimes, and so they won't approach. But worst case scenario, yeah, she is a little bit too young, and it's no big deal, right? Again, you didn't try to do anything wrong. You just talked to her. So what? As soon as she tells you her age, you leave. Have an awesome day.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell nowadays, but better go and ask versus lose an opportunity.
Yeah, I remember on a recent boot camp, we were on break going to get some food, and we walked past a group of cute girls. There's 4 of them, and nobody approached. And I was like, guys, what are you doing? And all of them said, well, they look too young. And I was like, I don't know. Let's go find out. So I went and approached them, and they were in their mid-20s. They were like 24, 25, and 26. So I went back and showed the guys, like, look, you're missing opportunities. Yeah, if it's pretty clear that she's underage, don't approach. But if you're not sure, at least go ask her for directions. So that way you get a closer look. And if, she's got braces and she just seems like she's a teenager, then okay, yeah. Just ask for the directions and say, okay, thanks. Have an awesome day. And then end it there. But oftentimes, maybe you go ask her for directions and you realize, wait a second, this girl's like in her 20s. She's got wrinkles on her face. And then and then you can take it further and say, actually, I'm not really looking for that. I just thought you were absolutely gorgeous and I had to meet you. What's your name?
What are you selling here?
So it's a health and wellness drink. It's good for energy, metabolism, and immunity.
Okay.
Free sample if you want to try it.
Is it like your product or you just saw it? Oh, okay. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I'm not that interested in it, but I'm interested in you. I thought you were cute. I was just passing by. I wanted to say hi. What's your name?
Martina.
That was good. I like that he dropped the "what are you selling" very quickly, and then just went direct and just told her the truth. Actually, I'm into you. Or actually, I'm attracted to you. And his energy was like a little kind of goofy there. Like he's kind of like, oh, I'm attracted to you, but he's like laughing as he said it. Lynn, what did you think of that?
This approach he seems the least confident in. Like that laughter came off more like a nervous laughter, or like ooh, I don't know what to do here. So I'm curious to see how this unfolds. Maybe he felt intimidated by her. Maybe she was the most attractive one, and then all of a sudden he got into his head. But so far he's the least present here, and his energy is a little off.
Martina? Cool, I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Over there, why don't you come right?
What? I'm like creepily like reaching over this. I'm about to like crawl over it. I'm sorry.
I think you should still try it though.
That's funny. She gave him feedback, and that's actually really good feedback. Obviously, if a girl's working behind a counter and you can't, cross over to the other side, then you have to do it with that counter in the way. But here, he definitely could have gotten closer to her. So having something in the way like that, a table or a counter, is definitely not ideal. If you can be directly in front of her with nothing in between you guys, because then she can feel your energy. She can feel that masculine presence. When you have something in between you guys, she's not really going to feel it as much. Or if you're too far away from her, she's not going to feel it. In this approach, it almost seemed like he was afraid of her, like he wanted that barrier in between them.
Sorry.
I think you should still try it though. You might like it.
Fine. If I try it, will you like go out on a date with me or something? Like we can make a deal right here, right now. I'll chug that whole bottle of water or whatever's in this stuff. I won't even ask. Is it in here right now?
No.
Oh.
So do you want me to give you like a super gross flavor?
I don't know what happened to you, Dylan. Come back to the old Dylan that you were being before. But he's breaking all the rules, right? He's acting a little awkward. He's in his head. He's definitely standing a little more distant from her. And now he just went straight into trying to impress her and trying to get her number without that magic he had at the other two approaches, where he was trying to get to know them and build that connection. And saying, I'll chug whatever you want me to chug. Like, don't be the dancing monkey. Don't try to impress. Just get to know her.
Yeah, he's trying to get her number knowing nothing about her. So that tells her he has no standards and that he really just wants whatever he can get, which is not attractive.
Give me the nastiest flavor, yeah.
Don't look. Close your eyes. Wait, you have to drink a little bit of the water first, and then I'll pour it in. First off, how old are you? That's the question.
That's a good question. How old do you think I am?
I'm guessing in your 20s.
I'm 23. How old are you? Good. See, I used context clues. I was like, she's working a job. She's at least 18. I'm not going to catch a case, right?
I think 16-year-olds can also work. So.
Are you kidding me? 16.
I think 16, or is it 14?
Shut up. Not 14. I like the Cruella de Vil vibe with the Dalmatian print.
It's definitely not Dalmatian. And
That's definitely Dalmatians.
I'm sorry, I kind of spelled everywhere, so you're just making me really nervous.
Yeah, make you nervous? That's good, yeah. I think you're being a little bit real, though.
Can you smell it? It's like super strong.
If we were doing a boot camp for women, she's doing really great. She's showing her attraction, right? She called him out off the bat about him being too distant, meaning she's giving him hints that she wants him to get closer. And then even though he went straight into trying to impress her, she was still a really good sport about it. She's like, you know what? Fine, I'll give you a really nasty flavor. So that means she's definitely interested. And then she even told him that he's making her nervous. So she's acknowledging the reality in the situation. So he's getting a lot of green flags. And by the way, you can also tell that he's regaining his confidence now. He's asking more curious, he's making more playful comments. So he's coming back to life a little bit.
Yeah, he's coming back to his old self. He definitely seems a lot more confident now.
That's definitely one of the coffee flavors, yeah? Woo. It's strong.
You don't have to like it.
No, I'll drink the whole thing. We had a deal. Oh, it's got caffeine. It's actually pretty good though. Do you get like commission when somebody buys stuff? Let me buy something. Serious.
I have to buy a box. And it's
It's like $100.
$60 to $80.
Sorry, I can't afford that. I can't afford you.
I mean, do you think I cost that little?
Hey, listen. I know, I'm just totally kidding. I'd buy all these boxes for you. Can I get your number?
I kind of like that. He's having fun with it. He's being playful. Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing a pretty good job now.
He is.
And he's being real too. He's like, oh, I can't afford that. But then he's like, oh, I'll buy all these boxes for you. Like, yeah, that was funny for sure.
I'm really glad that he said, no, whoa, $60. Like, that was good. I was worried he was going to say, fine, I'll take one or I'll take two.
Yeah, a lot of needy guys, nice guy energy. They will do that for sure. They'll be like, okay, I'll buy it. If that gets me your number, I'll buy it. It's like they're literally like exchanging money for the phone number. That's bad. Like, yeah, don't do that.
Sure, pull out your
You say no after all this, right? No. Pull out my phone. Damn, you're ordering me around. This is already like the wife and husband dynamic. You're already boss. Haha. When are you coming home from golf?
What do you like to do for fun?
Approach beautiful women.
Oh.
That was really good going into the marriage role play. Yeah, he's keeping it super fun, playful, and he's owning his attraction. She said, "What do you do for fun?" And he said, "I approach beautiful women." He's just owning it.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, it's definitely like a 180 from the first half. The introduction and like kind of the first half of the approach wasn't very good, but this is 10 times better.
I'm definitely not going to give you.
I'm having fun right now.
So this happens often, is what you're saying?
Why? Do you think I'm like a womanizer? Am I like really good at this? You think I do this a lot?
You're kind of bad.
Shut up. I'm not bad at this.
Like
You're literally giving me your number right now.
Because I feel bad.
The pity card? Shit. It worked. Martina. What's your last name again? I'm just kidding. I'm like a creep.
It's great.
Do you remember my name?
Dylan.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna text you right now because I think you're cool. Sometimes I don't text girls. No, I'm just kidding. I don't ever do this. You're the only one. Couple things I do for fun. Can you guess by looking at me?
You go to the gym.
I go to the gym.
So you're a gym.
I'm not a meathead though. Don't get that twisted, right? I'm very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Don't muscularly profile me, okay? I'm not a meathead. You go to the gym? I assume. You look good. You look fit. We can go to the gym. No.
That's kind of...
You can definitely tell that she's interested in him. She's even kind of asking him or testing him to see, does he do this like as a hobby, or is it something that's special about her that he wanted to go and have an interaction with, a conversation with? And he tread the water okay-ish. He said he kind of avoided and said, well, how am I doing? What she's really looking for is to hear, no, there was something special about you, and I'm really liking how we're vibing here, that I wanted to get to know you. So that was...
Yeah, no woman wants to feel like you approach every single woman you see and, that you just want to go on a date with anybody. Every woman wants to feel special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was good. Like, I think he kind of caught himself that he asked for the last name, and then he's like, well, that's kind of creepy. But that was good. Like, the fact that he called it out was fine. It shows social intelligence. And then he tested her, too, to make sure she remembered his name. That was good, too.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. He acknowledged the situation, and then he challenged her, which a lot of guys are so afraid to do. They don't play back. They don't challenge back. So that was excellent.
Yeah, they're too serious and just ask a bunch of boring questions. Like, you got to have fun with it. You got to tease her. You got to poke at her a little bit, challenge her, show her that you have some standards, too. And then you can just have fun with her and just banter. I think all three of these girls will text him back and go on a date with him. But let's see what happens.
You're cool. Sometimes I don't text girls. No, I'm just kidding. I don't ever do this. You're the only one. Couple things I do for fun. Can you guess by looking at me?
You go to the gym.
I go to the gym.
So you're a gym.
I'm not a meathead though. Don't get that twisted, right? I'm very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Don't muscularly profile me, okay?
So he's qualifying himself here, like kind of explaining himself, but since he's doing it in a fun, silly way, it works. Generally speaking, you don't want to qualify yourself. to her. You know, you don't want to say, oh, well, yeah, I work out, but I'm really smart though too. I actually have a PhD. I do this, I do that. You know, I don't just go to the gym. But like, you don't want to do that. That wouldn't be good. But since he's doing it in a fun way and kind of throwing it back at her, it's definitely, yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah, super playful. I love it.
I'm not a meathead. You go to the gym?
I do.
I assumed. You look good. You look fit. We can go to the gym. No.
Here too, I want to show you could. This absolutely proves that you can make comments about women's bodies. Right? He made a reference to her body. He made a comment about her body, but it did not come off playful at all. It was completely in context. And there was also absolutely zero shame when he was delivering it. He was like, yeah, you look good. That was great.
Yeah, not great that he said we could go to the gym for the first date, unless he keeps making it playful, which I'm not sure how you would do that, but hey, let's see what he says.
That'd be kind of weird.
I don't want my, gym host to know that I have, like, somebody.
Oh, all your boyfriends have a gym?
Yeah.
Right, that could complicate things for you. What do you do for fun besides freaking poison people in your spare time?
Actually murder people.
Oh, you kill people? Me too. But that's more like a side thing. I don't do it full time.
Really good. He's just being like, they're not really getting to know each other here. They're just joking. Like, she's just testing to see if he can dish back the humor. And they definitely are vibing on the same level when it comes to banter.
Yeah,
So yeah, they're having fun. And that's key, that you just have fun with it. You don't take it too seriously. Yeah, you're trying to get to know her, but at the same time, you're cracking some jokes. You don't have to be funny necessarily, but you just have a good, fun, playful vibe. That's what's key.
I don't know. I'm very outdoorsy, so I snowboard.
I snowboard. I hate skiers too.
I never said I hated skiers.
Me either. I didn't say that. You got an evil side. I kind of like it though.
I have an evil side?
Yeah, I kind of like it though.
I've seen the evil side.
Dang, man, I really don't want to.
I'm like really crazy.
You're crazy? I like crazy girls. Okay, Martina, I'm gonna text you. Do you live like around here? Where exactly? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll text you. See ya.
I like that at the end. I'm going to text you, because it kind of sounds like he had doubt in the beginning, but he's like, oh, okay, I like you. You know what? Actually, I'm going to text you. So I like that. It's like she won him over.
That ending was a little weird for me. I mean, I like the, yeah, I'll text you, but if they, I don't know if they cut this or if this played out exactly how it was, but it went from like them talking about, snowboarding, and she said, I hate skiers. By the way, she has a super spunky personality, right? She's the kind of girl that you really banter with. That's what that is. A lot of guys see that as like a negative challenge, as a girl not liking him, but this is actually her flirting. So he could have been even more playful with that. But then if there was no edits and he just kind of went from that to like, all right, well, I'll text you. That was a little bit of a strange transition. But other than that, way better. The probably the 2/3 into it and out, solid, really good.
So my final feedback is that he does a really good job bantering.
Yes.
He's definitely naturally good at being funny, witty, and bantering. So Lynn, what's your overall analysis of Dylan here?
The number one thing that's going to determine how you do during these approaches is your energy. And his energy is pretty consistent in terms of his playfulness, his lightness. He is present, which is incredibly important. And he's got little elements of curiosity of wanting to connect, which is so important. So if he carries on these traits, it doesn't really matter what he says, he's going to do pretty well with women. I mean, sure, we can tweak a few things. For example, he could get a little bit more curious. He could create a little bit more of that connection on, finding out things about her versus just the superficial or the surface level context of what they're doing. If he really wants to create that chemistry like we teach our guys in the boot camps. But I think for an introvert, that energy, that lightness of how he doesn't take himself seriously, and then just that wanting to have fun is key. It's everything.
Yeah, he really doesn't seem like an introvert to me at all. He seems like a very outgoing guy. He seems confident. He seems bold. Probably doesn't approach, pretty obviously doesn't approach girls regularly, but he's also great at bantering. And I agree. I think he just needs to get better at going a little bit deeper instead of just like, asking all these superficial questions. And there's a few other technical things he could do a lot better. But all in all, yeah, I give him like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Like, it's pretty good.
That's what I was going to say too. Probably 7.5. Good job, Dylan.
Yeah, and so many guys that come to us are at a way lower level than Dylan here. They've never approached in their life. A lot of guys have never gone on a date even in their entire life. Or they've been out of they just got out of a 20-year marriage and they just have no clue how to talk to women, how to approach women, what to do on dates, etc. I mean, we have plenty of guys who've never been intimate with a girl before. So if those guys can do it and get to a level where they're going on dates left and right, they're going on instant dates. In fact, that's one thing that Dylan could have done. Some of these interactions, maybe not the girl's working, but the girl that wasn't working, he could have asked her out on a date right then and there. Say, hey, what are you doing right now? Let's go grab coffee. So if you want to learn how to approach women in any situation, spark that instant attraction, that connection, then make sure to book a call with us and we'll see if you're a good fit for our live coaching program. We'll put a link down below. And if you join our program, we'll bring in models so you can role play with them, so you can really learn what it's like to spark that instant chemistry and that instant connection with them. Because it's one thing watching a YouTube video about it. Yeah, you learn a little bit, but it's a completely different thing when you actually experience it in a room full of beautiful women that can give you feedback. And then, of course, we take you out, just like Dylan here, mic you up, film you, and give you feedback on your interaction so that you can approach with ease. And so you just start enjoying it and having fun with it, and it just becomes a part of your everyday life. It just becomes who you are instead of like this big deal and you got to overcome approach anxiety. It just becomes part of your identity. You just go up, approach her, make her day, get her phone number, and possibly go on an instant date right then and there. And so again, if that sounds like something that you would like to experience, then click the link down below and book a call with us.
And hopefully we're going to see you guys in our coaching program working with us.